So, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Unite, actually it's Legacy Evolutions, Amazon exclusive 2-pack, the Scent-Guard Javelin and Cascade, Centicon Cascade, which I believe is the something sniper duel. It'll be in the title. Either way, this is an Amazon exclusive pack, which is basically their typical MO of 2 random figures repainted into 2 weird characters. And Amazon, throughout Legacy Unite, it was like, IDW, that's something. That's definitely something. That's what they went with, and these are 2 weirdos I know nothing about. I know nothing about these 2 characters. They could literally just be anyone to me, and that's pretty much what they are. We have Cascade. That's not Cascade. This is Javelin. Javelin, who is a repaint and maybe a slight remold of Studio Series Bumblebee movie RC, which I think she's one of the first couple instances of a Studio Series figure getting turned into a Generations toy. And then we have Cascade, who's a repaint of Chromia. Oh no, and Chromia is basically a heavy retool or slight, reincarnation of Titan's Return Moonracer. Not Titan's Return, the Power of the Primes. I'm getting all the names screwed up right now. But yeah, oh boy. So we have these 2. We're going to take a look at Javelin first, and then Cascade, because I kind of already took a look at her. Kind of, not really, but kind of. Either way, let's take a look at Javelin. As far as it goes for Javelin here, this is actually really good. I've heard only really good things about the Bumblebee movie RC mold, and here we have it in purple, and a character I know nothing about. With a really cool head sculpt and a cool gun. And yes, I know the gun doesn't look like it's in its cool form right now. That's because it's not, but we'll get to that soon. As far as it goes, color scheme, purple, very nice. She also has pink and a very nice light blue. It looks really good. There's not really a lot wrong with this figure. The most unique part is easily the head sculpt, which is this kind of weird. If you played Halo, you might know the... Is it Gungineer? I don't know. The Grenadier helmet? It's like the one with, it looks exactly like this. I'll put a picture of it if I can find it, but it looks almost identical to this. It is really strange. And that's basically what she looks like. She has this backpack, but I don't actually see it as a backpack. It's one of those weird ones where it's like, I don't see it as kibble. I actually see it like it's a jetpack. That's not a joke. Like, I feel like this could pass as a jetpack. It's so weird, but that's how I see it, is like a jetpack. So I don't say, oh, it's kibble. Jetpack. Now it's cool. And I mean, she just looks good. Not really much more to say. I mean, she does look really, really good. And her accessory is this gun, which is painted bronze, which looks quite nice and very unique looking. But that's not all the parts you have for the gun, because it's a sniper pack after all. Come into her backpack here, and you can find these 2 parts stored on some pegs. They're just there. Also, a port back there if you want to store the gun, too. But you can take these parts, which are a barrel and a sight, or a scope here, and you just kind of stick those on there. However you'd like. There we are. And you get this big old rifle, which looks quite nice. It's probably the best aspect, is just, it's so weird. She's just a sniper character. We don't get enough snipers in Transformers, but it looks pretty cool. Nonetheless, I do quite like it. It looks nice. It's Blast Effect compatible. They're basically just Blast Effects themselves. So there's not really much more wrong with that. It's completely fine. And that's essentially just Javelin. So let's just take a look at Cascade. And here we have Cascade. Oh no. One of the few reviews to survive the Great Purge, my Moonracer review, which is also one of my most negative reviews. And here we have Moonracer 2.0, which didn't fix anything, really. The backpack might be a little bit more compact, but that's it. Let's go crazy. So, it still has every issue the Moonracer mold has, which is these weird side panel parts. The legs are hollow, I kid you not. They are hollow, and it's visible. The outside section is hollow, but the inside's not. The arms have these panels on them, the same as Moonracer. Woohoo! the backpack, which she can stand, but that's something. The head sculpt, probably one of the best aspects of this figure. Very cool head sculpt. Kind of looks like Shadow Striker, if I'm being honest, because it kind of has like that one like eye thing. Her gun accessory is also very cool. We have it kind of in this little like SMG-ish form that you can make it. You get that gun. Or you can take everything off. Take the little section there that I just had as a barrel. Put that up top. And then take this section. And ta-da! You got a sniper rifle. Kind of intriguing sniper rifle, but it's a sniper rifle nonetheless. And I mean, that's kind of the whole idea here, isn't it? That's nice. It's one of the few carryovers of Chromia. She also has these two parts on the back, which I think are supposed to be like grenades or something. They're work as barrel parts too, if you'd like. So, that's basically it. I have nothing more really to say. It's a different mold, kind of, but it's still just that Moonracer. And as much as it's like, oh, it's different, but it's not. It's the same design philosophy. It's like taking a character. They basically said, you know what, remold everything, but keep the same transformation steps, everything. It's basically just a heavy remold at that point. It's not a new figure, it's a heavy remold. That's exactly what this is. The backpack works entirely different, but it's still the same thing. It ends up transforming almost identically. And that's basically just Cascade. So let's just get into the transformations. I know I didn't show articulation, but articulation's not going to be that special. Just going to move the gun real quick. We have ball joint in the head, forward, back, outward, elbow joint, no wrist swivel for either, waist swivel, forward, back, out, knee joint, and a kind of ankle tilt. And then over here, it's the same thing, but the waist swivel is kind of bad. That's it. That's the exact same thing. So they have like the exact same articulation, but one's a little more successful than the other. Either way, let's just transform Javelin. And to transform Javelin, it's actually kind of fun. Kind of nifty, honestly. So you're going to come to the backpack first and foremost. And you're going to flip the head in like so. You just got to come in here, get everything all lined up and ready to go. There we are. The head does not want to go. There we are. Ta-da! Fold these parts around like that, and basically just leave that for the time being. Come to the legs. Come down here and pull on the feet, and then rotate them, and they will peg in, and then fold them back. So you basically just flip it around. I do like the little transformation wheel step. It's very nice, very cool. Either way, peg those together. Rotate that around like so. Once you've done that, you basically just unlock the entire upper half in this portion. Once you've done that, there is some slots in the thighs and then some pegs on this kind of cockpit section. It's weird because we'll get to it when we get to the alt form, but I don't know what this thing really is turning into. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a bike car. You'll see what I mean when I get there, but there we have that section. Also make sure those are straightened out. And then after that, you're going to take the hands, fold them down like so, and then you just peg in these sections. Again, slots on the thighs, but there's also tabs on the arms, and that'll basically keep everything together. And then you basically just start lining everything up if you can. And you get this little bike thingy. So to transform Cascade, first thing we're going to do is just look at it and say this is going to be fun. Come to the back, unfold it, fold in the head, like so. Once you've done that, it's time to attempt to do the waist thing. You take the waist, you do that. She has this really loose, like, crotch piece as well that always wants to fall off. It's fun. Take the feet, fold them up like that. They peg together, but not very securely, if I'm being honest. fold this forward like so. I'm actually forgetting something. There's a part inside this giant hunk of plastic, which definitely isn't 90% of this alt form's transformation. I swear. I swear to you, man. Like, this was a really good mold to, you know, reuse and recycle. There goes that cod piece that always wants to just come off. I don't know. I don't know. And now we have the toes, which want to not go in. There we are. We've gotten them in. God, this thing's a mess. It's such a mess. Fold the arms back, similar to how Moonracer worked. And then you do the same arm step where you just kind of fold the arms back like that, and they kind of form some side profile, but they don't really do anything to the back, which leads to that. And here we have Cascade's alt form. Oh boy. Back to the good side of the pack. Javelin. This is such a weird alt form, but I love it. It's something, at least. It looks like something. The hands are hanging off the back, which is, you know, that's not good. So is the chest. But it handles it a little bit more dignified than the other figure this set. It looks nice. I like the pink and the blue that's there. I like that you can see a lot more pink in the alt form. It looks good. The pink is a little bit haphazardly applied, though, unfortunately. But it does look nice. I like this alt form. It looks good. It's a bike car. I still don't know what it is. And if you want, just stick the gun on the top. Ta-da! Alt form. It's nice. That is Javelin. So here we have take 2 of Cascade's alt form. The last one I had, the camera fell over and a seagull started absolutely going mental outside along with a dirt bike. I don't know what's up with this. It's just, as soon as I talk about Cascade too, it's really weird. But, oh man, this thing sucks. There's not any paint, for one. The paint wheel, nice. Pink cockpit, cool. That's just the chest paint. And that's it. There's nothing. There's a little bit of silver up here on these thingies. They're Blast Effect compatible. There's also more back here. The hands are sticking off the back. A little less egregiously than Javelin, but it's not going to save it. Javelin has a more interesting alt mode. This is a space stick with some wheels pasted on, which, yes, they are in there backwards. How did you know? This thing just, it's not good. It's not good. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's not good. It's just not a good alt form, and it's not really a good figure. Again, who could have seen that coming? Anyway, let's get into my final thoughts. Let's just stick with Cascade. Cascade is the worst part of this set, and it's not even indignantly close. This thing just sucks. Again, it's just Moonracer 2.0, and there's people out there who chase down that mold to finish that combiner. I was like, oh, it's a good combiner, you know, it's a good combiner. It's like, is it though, when 4 out of 5 figures are absolute total garbage? Like, this is the definition of the female figure syndrome Hasbro had for a while. They couldn't make them. They just couldn't do it. They had no idea what to do with it. They're just like, make a skinny thing and then put some kibble on it. Boom, car, and it's a shell former. And again, look how fast that was to transform. There's no steps here. That's how you also know that this is pretty much just a Power of the Primes figure. Them things were simple, to say the least. They were simple. I'm just going to give her back her little gun and put those things off to the side. But that's just, she's not good. We'll talk a little bit more, but let's do a little Javelin here to spice it up, which, thank God Javelin's good. Thank God someone's good in this set. One of them couldn't fare to be bad, right? You know, this set is kind of one of those iffy ones right now. Javelin is well worth the price. The problem is, again, this costs about 1.5 deluxes on Amazon. Sometimes, actually, they've been on sale quite a lot recently. That's how I picked them up. They've been $45 Canadian, which is basically a deluxe, if I'm being honest with you. So, pretty good pricing there, if I'm being completely real. So if you are looking for them, at least they're on sale now. And yeah, don't buy it full price. Just don't. It's not worth it. Paying $45, which it's $40 for a deluxe figure where I live. $45 for a deluxe, and another deluxe is pretty good, but the other deluxe is absolute garbage. We have Javelin, who's the MVP of this set. Best looking paint, best design, also the new mold, and also a pretty good mold. Then we have Absolute Trash Can number 5. Cascade. The best part about Cascade is their accessories. I'm not joking. I don't even know how they manage that one. But the accessories, the head sculpt, that's it. Everything else is the same as the Chromia Moonracer mold. It doesn't look good. It looks bad. The transformation sucks. The alt mode sucks. Everything sucks except the head and the gun. Javelin, everything's great. Not a 5 out of 5 by any means. I'd give Javelin a pretty good 4. I'd give her, but you get a 1. You get a 1. That 1 and a 4, which equals a 5 out of 5 by technicality, but most of it's all on one figure. So as far as it goes recommendation-wise, full price, don't bother. If it's on sale, though, go for it, because you get Javelin. If you don't like Cascade, well, just throw it in the garbage. No one's going to want Cascade. It's this mold. That's really it for this review. This has been a review of the Legacy, I'm going to say United again, Legacy Evolutions Cascade and Javelin 2-pack. It's been Elthad, the lead, signing out.